Kunja Bihari. Jaya Radha Madhava Kunja Bihari. Gopi Jana Vallabha Girivaradhari. Gopi Jana Vallabha Girivaradhari. Jaya Radha Madhava Kunja Bihari. Yasodanandana Vraja Janarandana. Yasodanandana Vraja Janarandana. Yamuna Tira Vanachari. Yamuna Tira Vanachari. Jaya Radha Madhava Kunja Bihari. Jaya Radha Madhava Kunja Bihari. Gopi Jana Vallabha Girivaradhari. Gopi Jana Vallabha Girivaradhari. Yasodanandana Vraja Janarandana. Yasodanandana Vraja Janarandana. Yamuna Tira Vanachari. Yamuna Tira Vanachari. Jaya Radha Madhava Kunja Bihari. Jaya Radha Madhava Kunja Bihari. Hare Krishna 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 Hare Hare, Hare Rama 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 Hare Hare. Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare. Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare. Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama Hare Hare. Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare. Jaya Prabhupada, Jaya Prabhupada, Jaya Prabhupada, Jaya Prabhupada. Jaya Prabhupada, Jaya Prabhupada, Jaya Prabhupada, Jaya Prabhupada. Jaya Om Vishupad Paramahansa Parivara Sakacharya. Namaste Saraswati Gaurani Pachani Nirvishesha Om Namo Bhagavate Vasudevaya Om Namo Bhagavate Vasudevaya Om Namo Bhagavate Vasudevaya Narayana Sita Devi Saraswati Vyasa Nasamani Nityam Bhagavata Seva Bhagavati Tamaswati Bhakti Bhavanati Krishnaya Vasudevaya Devaki Nandadaya Nandagopatmanaya Govindaya So today is Srimad Bhagavatam, 11th chapter, chapter number 14, and also today is Gopal. So and also delivered the three great Vaishnava Acharyas. One is Gadadhara Swami, another one is Srinivasa Acharya, and then Dhanamaya Prabhu. So, sloka number 14. Sampasanne
Bhagavati Purusha Munai Vimukta Jiva Nirmukta Brahma Srachati
Sampasanne Bhagavati
Samprasanne Bhagavati
Vimukto Jiva Nirmukto
Vimukto Jiva Nirmukto
Brahma Nirvanam Vichati
Brahma Nirvanam Vichati
Sampasanne Bhagavati
Samprasanne Bhagavati
Purushattare Gunani
Purushattare
Vimukto Jiva Nirmukto
Vimukto Jiva Nirmukto
Brahma Nirvanam Vichati
Brahma Nirvanam Vichati
Sampasanne Bhagavati
Samprasanne Bhagavati
Purushattare Gunani
Purusha Prakrite
Vimukto Jiva Nirmukto
Vimukto Jiva Nirmukto
Nirvanam Vichati
Dharma Samprasanne Bhagavati Purusha Prakrite Gunai Vimukto Jiva Nirmukto Brahma Nirvana Vrichyati Samprasanne Bhagavati Purusha Prakrite Gunai Brahma Nirvana Vrichyati
Sampasanne
Samprasanne
satisfaction
satisfaction
of the Supreme Personality of Godhead.
Personality of Godhead. Purusha,
A person,
person,
Brahmana, from the material,
Gunai,
modes
modes
of nature,
of nature, Vimukta, being liberated,
free from the subtle body also.
freed from subtle body also, Brahma, unlimited, Nirvana, spiritual bliss.
Translation: one who actually satisfies the
Supreme Personality of the Godhead
during one's lifetime becomes liberated from the gross and subtle material conditions.
the cross
Thus being free from all material laws of nature, we achieve unlimited spiritual bliss. One who actually satisfies
one who actually
the
satisfies
Supreme Personality of Godhead
Supreme Personality of Godhead
during one's lifetime
becomes liberated
from the gross and subtle
the gross and subtle
material conditions.
material conditions, thus being free
All material laws of nature.
from all material modes of
He
nature.
achieves unlimited spiritual bliss.
He achieves unlimited spiritual bliss.
In the previous verse, it has been explained that one should treat all the qualities with tolerance, mercy, friendship, and equality. By such behavior, one satisfies the Supreme Personality of Godhead, and upon his satisfaction, the devotee immediately becomes free from all material conditions. The Lord also confirmed this in Bhagavad Gita. Anyone who sincerely and seriously engages in my service immediately becomes situated in the transcendental state, wherein he can enjoy
Unlimited spiritual bliss. Everyone.
मदन मोहन की जय, श्री श्री जगन्नाथ सुभद्रा बलदेव की जय। Everyone in this material world is struggling hard in order to achieve blissful life. Unfortunately, people do not know how to achieve it. Atheists do not believe in God, and certainly they do not please Him. Here it is clearly said that upon pleasing the Supreme Personality of Godhead, one immediately attains to the spiritual platform and enjoys unlimited blissful life. To become free from material existence means to become free from the influence of material nature. The word sampasanne, which is used in this verse, means being satisfied. A person should act in such a way that the Lord is satisfied by the activity. It is not that he himself is to be satisfied. Of course, when the Lord is satisfied, the devotee automatically becomes satisfied. This is the secret of the process of Bhakti Yoga. Outside of Bhakti Yoga, everyone is trying to satisfy himself. No one is trying to satisfy the Lord. Karmis grossly try to satisfy their senses, but even those who are elevated to the platform of knowledge also try to satisfy themselves in a subtle form. Karmis try to satisfy themselves by sense gratification, and jnanis try to satisfy themselves by subtle activities or mental speculation and thinking themselves to be God. Yogis also try to satisfy themselves by thinking that they can achieve different mystic perfections. But only devotees try to satisfy the Supreme Personality of Godhead. The devotee's process of self-realization is completely different from the processes of the karmis, jnanis and yogis. Everyone else is trying to satisfy himself, whereas the devotee tries only to satisfy the Lord. The devotional process is completely different from the others. By working to please the Lord, by engaging his senses in the Lord's loving service, the devotee is immediately situated on the transcendental platform, and he enjoys unlimited blissful life. Om Ajnanatimidandasya Jnananjana Salakaya Chakshuranmilitam Yena Tasmai Sri Gurave Namah Sri Chaitanya Manobhishtam Stapitam Yena Bhutale Swayam Rupa Kada Mahyam Dadati Swapadantikam Vandeham Sri Guru Sri Jutapadakamalam Sri Gurun Vaishnavanscha Sri Rupam Sagrajatam Sahagana Raghunathan Vitam Tam Sajivam Sadvaitam Savadhutam Parijana Sahitam Krishna Chaitanya Devam Sri Radha Krishna Padan Sahagana Lalita Sri Visakam Vitansya He Krishna Karuna Sindhu Dinabandhu Jagatpate Gopesha Gopika Kanta Radha Kanta Namostute Tapta Kanchana Gaurangi Radhe Vrindavaneshwari Vrishabhanu Sute Devi Pranamami Haripriye Vancha Kalpatarubhasya Kripa Sindhu Vyayvacha Patitanam Pavanebhyo Vaishnavebhyo Namo Namah Jaya Sri Krishna Chaitanya Prabhu Nityananda Sri Advaita Gadadhara Sivasadi Gaura Bhakta Vrinda Hare Krishna 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 Hare 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 Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare. Manu, Swayambhuva Manu, the grandfather of Dhruva Maharaj, is speaking to his grandson in a series of sloka to glorify the Supreme Lord Sri Krishna and convince Dhruva Maharaj that there is no need, or it is actually wrong to fight against the yakshas and to kill the yakshas who are actually innocent about the death of his brother Uttama. One single yaksha had killed Uttama. It doesn't mean that all the yakshas are responsible or guilty or eligible for punishment. That is not correct view. So, in this way, Manu Maharaj, or Swayambhuva Manu, is convincing Dhruva to stop fighting and to reconcile himself with the situation. In the previous sloka, Titikshaya Karunaya Maitriya Chakila Jantushu Samatvena cha sarvatma Bhagavan sampasidati. The Lord is very satisfied with his devotee when the devotee greets other people with tolerance, mercy, friendship and equality. So this is how we have to, the devotees, they should understand that this is how we should behave in the society. With tolerance, mercy, friendship and equality according to the person with whom we are dealing. If he is non-devotee, we should tolerate. If he is innocent but ignorant at the same time, then we should show mercy to him by enlightening him with Krishna consciousness. If he is on equal level with us, then we should make friendship with him. And equality, that means we should see everyone as a devotee of the Lord ultimately. Some do not know that they should become devotees, so we have to endeavor to make them devotees also, because by being a devotee, one can achieve final unlimited happiness. Everybody, as Prabhupada mentions in the purport, everybody is trying to become happy. That is the main scheme for the entire human society, not only humans, animals and other species of life, all the living entities. are simply trying to become happy, to avoid all difficulties, all troubles, and so on. This is the general scheme of life for everyone. So the formula is that if you can please the Supreme Lord, then you will be pleased, and your happiness will be endless. You will be able to go beyond the laws of material nature and achieve permanent happiness by pleasing the Supreme Personality of Godhead. So that is the very important lesson that Swambhuva Manu is giving to Dhruva Maharaj. Dhruva Maharaj is also a devotee, but here in this instance, he has somewhat forgotten, being overcome by
he has forgotten the formula how to behave properly for the satisfaction of the Lord. He is trying to take revenge when there is no necessity for revenge. He should treat all the yakshas also as devotees of the Lord, or at least if they are not so devotees, then we should simply tolerate them. We should not take any action against them. That is not pleasing to the Lord. And if the Lord is not pleased, then there is a chance for everyone to achieve happiness. As Prabhupada mentions, the purpose that atheists, they are not trying to please the Lord. They don't believe in the existence of God. And what to speak of trying to please God, that is not in their scheme. Their scheme is to independently trying to achieve happiness by conquering the laws of nature. But nobody can conquer the laws of nature. That is not possible. Daily nature Maya Nameva Ye Maya Krishna says to Arjuna that this Maya is Daivi Maya. Daivi Maya means that is my own energy. That's the energy belongs to Krishna. So Daivi Maya Virtaya is very difficult to overcome Maya. Very, very difficult to overcome. It is my own energy. So it is transcendental. Very difficult. Krishna says, that is my own transcendental energy. Even though it appears to be material, but there is a connection between God and the material nature. God is the master of material nature. We are not the master. Although we are trying for it, we are trying to master nature and achieve happiness in this manner, being free from the laws of nature. But there is no possibility. The guarantee is there by Lord Krishna that I am the only Lord of nature, nobody else. And the formula to achieve happiness is to please the Lord. So that is important that all the devotees should keep in mind. Those who already have developed Lord consciousness, they want to progress in spiritual life, they should pay their attention whether the Lord is pleased with our activities or not. And how to see whether the Lord is pleased or not, definitely also difficult. But Swambhuva Manu has given formula here. He has explained that nobody should show any anger or any envy towards anybody else. One should accept others as either friends or tolerate them or show them mercy and so on. only does Krishna. No Krishna defined for the public. But he is not simply a person who was absorbed, studied the lot of the scriptures, and who can research on his solas, and got the best knowledge, material aspect of it. He is a person who sees everyone equally. Once I remember, by here at the time of the integration of this temple, August 1976. During his lecture, Sri Prabhupada criticized the Mayavada the psychiatric purpose of so many purposes. Sri Prabhupada disapproves the Mayavada because the conception, their speculation is taking them in the wrong direction. They are thinking that certainly God. What is this? Nobody can become God. So, in the lectures of God, this and the Mayavadis, at the end of the lecture, somebody raised his hand, question, Swamiji, I understand that sadhus, they are very kind to everyone. They don't criticize anybody. They are very equal-minded and they don't object. They have no, they don't show any criticism towards anyone. That is the quality of the sadhus. But in your lecture, you are not criticizing the Mayavadis. So what kind of sadhu are you? Sri Prabhupada said, yeah, we also told that person as a question. See, Mandika Savarachana, what we can work. You should have equal vision. You should see everyone equally. Not that this one is one, this one is one. Nobody to be criticized. Mandika Savarachana. So, what is your conception of Mandika Savarachana? So, yes, my understanding Mandika Savarachana. Everyone is in need of Krishna consciousness. That was what so that was the end of the question answer. That the person was surprised. Reply anything. The fact is, there's a shortage of as a Krishna shortage, there's no shortage of food or facilities, only shortage is shortage of Krishna consciousness. Everyone is in need because everyone wants to be happy, so everyone should take that formula of pleasing the Supreme Personality of God. And how to please the Supreme Lord? Somebody may ask, how is it possible? How can I understand whether God is pleased or not? For some Shastra, there are many indications how God will be pleased. So many Smriti Shastras also there. So many examples of the lives of head devotees who have achieved success in their life by pleasing the Lord. So we should follow the footsteps of his great devotees. But somebody may say, what is very difficult? So we have to take instruction from the spiritual master. And if the spiritual master is pleased, if we can approach the spiritual master, that will be about 30% of zero. But it can't be there, nor to approach the spiritual master in order to progress in spiritual life. If we want to please the Supreme Lord, we should first of all please the spiritual master. When the spiritual master is pleased, then the Supreme Lord also will be pleased. And if the spiritual master is not pleased with our activities, if the student is disciple is not following the order of the spiritual master will not be pleased, and therefore the superior will not be pleased. So the recipe of the formula to please the Lord, especially for the disciples, not to have taken a teacher, is to please the spiritual master. In this way, one will know that the superior is also pleased, and one can be happy in his life. So, the devotees are engaged in devotional service, not primarily, not first of all in order to be happy or to gain some benefits and so on, not for any personal consideration. They should keep a pure mind that my only endeavor is for the satisfaction of the Guru and Krishna. And if Guru and Krishna are satisfied with me, then that is all that I aspire for. I don't aspire for anything more than that. I simply want to satisfy the Guru and Krishna. That is the meaning of being a devotee. Is always in that consciousness. In the Bhakti-Rasamrita Goswami said that not to be free from all the heads of man Yes. Anya Virakita Surnam. Mona Karma Gyanam. Anusukena Vikhanusiyana Bhakti. That is the formula for devotional service. Not to satisfy ourselves. Anya Virakita Surnam. We should not have any such desire to become happy independently. Strive for happiness independently. Sunnam, no such desire. Jnana karma jnana desire. To be free from the desire of jnana.
Karma, jnana. Karma means those fruitive activities that, according to Shastra, will make us on a higher platform, Sattva-gun. We may be elevated to heaven after the end of life if we have done Sukriti. So that is not the idea of bhakti. Krishna bhakti is different. It is also not according to the speculation of the Jnanis. The Jnanis, they don't have any faith in the Sukriti or in the karma. They understand that karma always is temporary, gives a temporary benefit. But they are trying to go to the higher platform of eternal life. But at the same time, they don't have any conception of God consciousness. They want to elevate themselves by their own speculation. In this way, as Prabhupada mentions, they are not trying to satisfy Lord Krishna. So ultimately also they are subject to coming down because they are failing in devotional service. They are not trying to take shelter at the lotus feet of the Lord. That is the only safe position. Any other position in the universe or even beyond is unstable. One will come down without any doubt. As soon as the punya is exhausted, then we have to come down again. So we see that these Jnanis, Mayavadis, they are trying their best to become free from all activities, but still many of them are engaged in charitable activities, opening hospitals, dispensaries, and free schools and so on. They are thinking that this will be very good for others and for myself. So they are still living according to the laws of material nature. They cannot get rid of material nature by themselves. That is not possible. And the yogis, they are endeavoring also for higher consciousness, but if they don't fix their attention on the lotus feet of the Lord, their so-called meditation is useless. They are trying to acquire some mystic yoga powers, but that is also temporary, and it will not give them any benefit whatsoever. Srila Prabhupada had experience of all these different types of people, karmis, jnanis, yogis, and none of them can achieve eternal happiness. Only the devotees of the Lord can achieve peace of mind and eternal happiness at the lotus feet of the Lord. So in our devotional service, we should always focus on that most essential aspect. Devotional service is not ordinary activity to please the senses. It is activity directed for the satisfaction of Guru and Krishna. So we should make sure that whatever we do in our devotional life should be focused on that. Is it pleasing to my Guru, or is it pleasing to Krishna? First of all, Guru, and Krishna automatically. If the Guru is pleased, Krishna will be pleased. So the first requisite is the satisfaction of the spiritual master. So we can give some examples how Srila Prabhupada directed his disciples in that manner. Like kirtan is a very essential aspect of our devotional life. Every day we are engaged in kirtan, chanting Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare, either in japa or in kirtan, congregational chanting. So, by reading the book, Srila Prabhupada in South India, Mahamsa Swami, he is telling that at the time in Hyderabad, we were trying to develop the Sankirtan activities. So, what is meaning of development? So he was trying to enroll some musicians, somebody playing a flute or clarinet, and another one playing veena or sitar, and different types of fancy drums, like that, trumpet. And so he proposed this to Srila Prabhupada. He told him that, Prabhupada, we have this idea to make it more enlivening and pleasing, and chanting to the public. We'll have some type of a musical accompaniment. So Prabhupada immediately stopped this idea. He said that, what is your kirtan? What are you trying to do while doing kirtan? Are you trying to satisfy the public, or are you trying to satisfy Krishna? That is the question, most important question. Prabhupada is reminding us at every dialogue. Prabhupada is reminding us that the first is satisfaction of the Lord. And the traditional form of kirtan established by Chaitanya Mahaprabhu was simply kartals and mridanga. So if we keep these two instruments, that will be very pleasing to Chaitanya Mahaprabhu and Lord Krishna in this way. There is no need of any other musical instruments. Even harmonium is also not necessary in a kirtan. That may be for bhajan, but for kirtan, kartals, mridanga, and that will be very pleasing to the Lord and pleasing to people. Similarly, in America also, Tamal Krishna Goswami, he had this traveling party, no, and he was engaged in a kirtan along with the other disciples. So he also told the same thing to Prabhupada, that we want to enroll some professional musicians to make our kirtan more attractive. That was also stopped by Prabhupada for the same reason. So, similarly, we can analyze activities that we do all day long, and we should think whether it is pleasing to Guru and Krishna. If it is pleasing to Guru and Krishna, then our spiritual life is successful, and then automatically we shall be very pleased. As Prabhupada says, that when the Lord is satisfied, the devotee automatically becomes satisfied. There is no need to endeavor for independently for happiness or satisfaction. The only desire is to please Guru and Krishna. Then everything else will be included. Not only devotees, but even other people also will be satisfied. That is the idea of propagating the Krishna consciousness movement, is that even a small minority of people become devotees of the Lord. Even 1% will be sufficient. The whole entire population will become very satisfied and happy with this atmosphere. It will be very suitable for happy life. Prabhupada tried for that, and that is the mission that he has given us, to become devotees and to propagate Krishna consciousness everywhere. In this way, the process of Bhakti Yoga is completely different, as Prabhupada explains in the purport, that as compared to other processes, other also may be called yogis, jnana yogis, and karma yogis, or ashtanga yogis, and the bhaktas also yogis, but they are not on the same level. Yoginam api sarvesham madhyate nantaratmana saddhavan bhajate yo mam same yuktatamo mata. That is why Lord Krishna tells those who are engaged in bhakti yogis, they are on the higher level, not along with the other yogis. They are the highest, the greatest yogis, because they are engaged with faith and devotion in my service. So that is the difference. Otherwise, somebody may say, oh, you are also doing bhakti, I am also doing some spiritual activities according to my understanding. So we are the same. But those who are truly devotees, they are on the same level, not on the same level. Lord Krishna says, it is my opinion that they are the highest, greatest yogis. So that is the teachings of Swambhuva Manu in this slokas, emphasis on pure bhakti. And therefore, Dhruva Maharaj should adopt the behavior of a devotee. Should not harm anybody. So today, Gopashtami and Gostashtami, Lord Krishna is growing up in Vrindavan, and when he was very small, then he was along with the other Gopas looking after the small calves, small calves. Now Gopashtami means that he is strong enough to look after cows, grown-up cows. So he's become a grown-up boy and looking after cows. So that is the Krishna Leela here in Vrindavan, that from age to age, Lord Krishna is engaged in different Leelas. So today is the starting of Krishna Leela with the cows. Krishna always looking after cows. Goloka Vrindavan means the land of cows. Even in the spiritual world, the Surabhi cows are there. And Lord Krishna is the proprietor and master of all the cows. So that is the quality of Lord Krishna. Always cows. Here also, we have installed Madan Mohan, Radha Madan Mohan. And cows also are there on the altar. They are equally worshipable as the deity of Radha Madan Mohan. So, then disappearance day of Srinivas Acharya. I can say a few words also. Srinivas Acharya is one of the prominent preachers of Krishna consciousness in the second generation after Chaitanya Mahaprabhu. We together, they are Narottam Das Thakur, Shyamananda Pandit, and Srinivas Acharya. They were together in Vrindavan. The parents of Srinivas Acharya visited Puri when Chaitanya Mahaprabhu was there. They took the blessings of Lord Chaitanya Mahaprabhu. Chaitanya Mahaprabhu saw them, and he saw the wife was pregnant at that time, and Lord Chaitanya blessed her by saying that you will have a wonderful son, and his name will be Srinivas. So Chaitanya Mahaprabhu gave the name Srinivas to this son. So in this way, Srinivas took birth, and after the passing away of his parents, he went to Vrindavan. So in Vrindavan, he came under the shelter of Jiva Goswami. Jiva Goswami taught him all the philosophy of Krishna consciousness from the book of the other Goswamis, along with Narottam and Shyamananda. And these names, this of Acharya, the what is called glorification, was given by Jiva Goswami also. Srinivas Acharya. And similarly, Narottam Das Thakur, Jiva Goswami gave the name Thakur, you are Thakur. And Shyamananda, you are Pandit, so Shyamananda Pandit. These names were given by Jiva Goswami. So then, the plan was to take all the books of the Goswamis and start a traveling party. So, under the blessings, with the blessings of Jiva Goswami, these three great Vaishnavas took a bullock cart party, and they kept the books of the Goswamis and started towards West Bengal in that manner. So they were traveling in this manner and preaching everywhere in every village. That was the first traveling party for preaching Krishna consciousness. When they reached a village in Bengal, village of Vishnupur, there was a king at that time. He was somewhat greedy, like a dictator. And he came to know that this traveling party had already reached his kingdom, and he became a little suspicious. And so he sent some of his assistants to inquire what's happening. And the assistants also became suspicious. What are they carrying in this bullock cart? No, why they have come here? For what purpose they are traveling like that? So at night, they took away all the books that were on the bullock cart and took them to the king. The king did not open, he kept them in the locker, and while in the next day morning, these three Vaishnavas, they understood, oh, all our great treasure, the Goswami literature, all the books have been taken away. They were lamenting for this great loss and what to do next. They did not tell Jiva Goswami. It would have been too much to tell. And Srinivas Acharya told them, you go ahead, I will stay back. I will try to find out where are the books. And so Srinivas Acharya went towards the Vishnupur, and there he met some of the Pandits who were in the court of the king of Vishnupur. So they had a conversation, and the Pandits were very pleased. They were thinking, oh, this Srinivas, oh, he is very learned. They were very, very surprised. You are very learned. We are very happy to see you and happy to hear your our conversation. And they told the king, we met one very great personality, Pandit. You kindly invite him to give lecture in your kingdom. And in this way, the king invited Srinivas Acharya to give lecture on the Srimad Bhagavatam. And everybody was very happy about these lectures. Then the king asked, what can I do for you? Please let me know if I can do anything for you. Then the Srinivas Acharya told that we had a lot of books and these books have been stolen away. Please tell us, please give us back the books. So the king then understood his mistake. He was somewhat repentant, and he gave all the books to Srinivas Acharya. In this way, the books were recovered in this manner. Then later on, the three, with Narottam Das Thakur and Shyamananda Pandit, they resumed their preaching activities, distributing the message of the Goswamis of Vrindavan everywhere in Bengal, Orissa, and also Assam, Manipur, and so on. So the life of Srinivas Acharya is the life of a very great Vaishnava and preacher. And today is his disappearance day, so we can remember how he has devoted his life completely at the service of Sri Chaitanya Mahaprabhu and the Goswamis of Vrindavan. I could have. He took Diksha from Gopal Bhatta Goswami. He was also there. Narottam Das Thakur took Diksha from Lokanath Goswami, and Shyamananda Pandit also from Gopal Bhatta Goswami. So in this way, they have a direct connection with the Goswamis of Vrindavan, and they developed Krishna consciousness everywhere on the northwest and western side of India. So that was a very glorious preaching activities. After the disappearance of Chaitanya Mahaprabhu, Srinivas Acharya went to Puri. Actually, he did not know that Lord Chaitanya had disappeared. So he went there to have darshan, but Chaitanya Mahaprabhu had already disappeared. So he became very much despondent, and he saw that the Swarup Damodar Goswami also had disappeared. And the Srimad Bhagavatam, the book Srimad Bhagavatam, was completely washed by the tears of Swarup Damodar Goswami. So we could not even read Srimad Bhagavatam. He was looking for a book, Srimad Bhagavatam, but that book of Swarup Damodar Goswami was completely washed by his tears. So, any other questions or comments?
Lord Krishna is, he has been given as a reference this Mata by Prabhupada in this already in Srimad Bhagavatam. 24th chapter, 42nd verse. Prabhupada did So Ramacharya also taken this reference in his Gita Bhasha, that chapter 36. And along with this, in Sabha Parva, Krishna also told Krishna Deva, Krishna is the Lokanam, Krishna is but Krishna only it has been given all these things. So, reference we should take. He has more of everyone. And in Artha Pancharatta it has been told that Go means knowledge. And the Goloka means the place where we should try to search as Govinda. And Govinda means the one who achieves the knowledge extreme end, he will get happiness. So,
Govinda means one who pleases, gives happiness to the cows. So what is the question? Pandit, what is the comment? Ah, okay. Yeah, good, very good. Yeah, from all different shastras, quotations can be given in this manner. Any other questions? Srimad Bhagavatam ki jai, Srila Prabhupada.